how we all are designed to connect to others in the present, past, and future through our six chakras. So we don't have to do like special rituals and stuff like that to access
Hmm.
information, because we're just set up that way.
Okay. Hmm.
Um, what do you want to go into today?
We lost our son. It'll be 4 years ago in September, and he was 32 at the time, so he'd be 36 now. And he struggled with addiction from two really bad accidents about 2 years apart. So that's kind of what started it. And the accidents were in 2012 and 2014. And, by the time he kind of got through that, he had 5 surgeries in 3 years.
Oh,
Um, by about 2018, 2017, he was addicted, and that lasted a good year and a half. He got clean and sober from about 2018 to 2022, and it just, from what I hear and gather from his friends and what I know about him, it kind of just took, one or two times. I mean, it just wasn't, he hadn't
yeah.
been using for very long.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I found him. So
Oh,
at his home.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
he had a really good support system, really good friends. He was super friendly, super outgoing, hard worker. We farm, and so he was a farmer. And
Mm.
his friends called me and said, we haven't heard from him for about a day and a half.
Oh,
And,
wow.
you know, they were always watching out for him. And so I went to his apartment or his duplex, and yeah. So September 22nd of 22.
Oh, that's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so kind of here. So that's what I joined this for, because that was, it's been a couple weeks that I heard about this. And then I'll just share with you because I shared last time about the abuse from a brother of mine. And I learned that he passed last week, July 20th.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, I really don't have, he was 62. I really don't have a lot of feelings or emotions about that. I'm kind of like, I hadn't talked to him in 15 years.
Mm.
So So I don't know if anything comes through for you that's going to get mixed up or not, but
Oh, okay. So
because
are
I'm
you
not sure how
looking?
this works.
Okay. So I'm just gonna start with your did you say it's your stepbrother or
My son in 22, and then my brother.
your brother? Okay, so
Hmm.
I'm gonna start with your brother because he's like much stronger, coming in much stronger than your son. And he's
Okay.
coming in kind of very, very strident and almost like, I don't care. Like there's something in him that is not resolved. There's something in him that's not soft. And
Uh-huh.
so in my way of experiencing people when they die, like people can be a lot of different ways, and people can transition at different speeds,
Hmm.
and also you're not like automatically ta-da, like an angel and perfect and everything is great. Like
Right.
in my experience, dying is an opportunity for us to like do more soul work. And so my impression is that he hasn't started that, and
Mm.
that he's just like very kind of like full of himself and kind of
Hmm.
very strongly opinionated, like my way or the highway. Like I don't really care
Hmm. Yeah.
about, you or anyone else. And
Hmm.
there's something in him that's hard, and
Yeah.
that's and he's like because a lot of times what I'll do when I work with people who have died, then my goal is not just to like identify them, but it's to support them and help them to kind of heal so that they can move forward and
Mm,
then to help your relationship with that person. But
mm,
he's just like none of your business. Like
yeah.
he's very like coarse and curt. And
Okay.
so he doesn't want anything.
Yeah.
He's just where he is and he's just like he seems like very strong and opinionated in his way of being. And
Hmm.
that's just the way that he is right now. And he doesn't
Okay.
he's
That
not
makes
budging.
sense. He what?
He's not budging. He's
Yeah.
not, there's no
Yeah.
room for insight or forgiveness or
Hmm.
understanding or anything.
Okay.
He's just like, this is who I am. This is where I'm at. Go away,
Hmm.
basically.
Yeah. No, that's completely, yeah, I can see that.
Which isn't to say that he won't change.
Hmm.
He could change at some point. You know, we could check in again at a different point if you have a sense that he's something has changed in him. There's,
Hmm.
I mean, because people do change. People can change.
Hmm.
But right now that's the way it is.
Okay.
All right. And so for your son, he's a lot softer and it's like he's prostrate. It's like he's laying down. And
Hmm.
he's very sad. And he's like, I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to do this to you. Like he has a lot of like mourning and regret. He was like, I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want to end my life. I
Hmm.
love you. I he can't exactly say I love my life, but he wants to say like I loved components of my life or parts of my life. Like
Hmm.
there were also challenges for him. And
Hmm.
but the challenges were not enough that he wanted to commit suicide or something like that. To me, this
Hmm.
is not suicide. Like
Yeah.
this is regret. This was accidental.
Hmm.
And it's like he's crying. And he's saying like I'd do it over again if I could. I wouldn't
Hmm.
make the same mistakes. I didn't want to hurt you. And he's saying I don't want to hurt you.
Hmm.
And your body is saying like almost like I love you forever. I'm gonna hold on to you forever. And it's like you guys are in this like very like comprehensive embrace. Like you are holding on to each other and it's just so sad. It's so much like a deep, deep mourning.
Hmm.
I'll never let you go, you're saying. And he's like saying the same thing. I'll never let you go. He's like, you're
Hmm.
my mom. Like, I will love you forever. He's saying, like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. And also, like, I didn't appreciate you enough. Like, he kind of took you for granted because you were always
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
And so he didn't realize you were like the best thing that ever, he didn't realize how special you were while he was alive. He was just like, that's my mom. That's just the way my mom is. That's just,
Hmm.
you know, not exactly, you know, um, it's not like a put down or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
not exactly like he was taking you for granted. It's just that you were just so embedded in his life. Your relationship was so embedded. It's like he knew he could count on you. And so he didn't like
Hmm.
question it or really appreciate it because it just
Hmm.
always was.
Hmm.
And so his fear is that he hurt you too deeply and that you won't be able to recover, that you will remain stuck in your grief. And he's taking that as his fault. Like he did
Hmm.
this to you. And so it's almost like he feels like he's continually hurting you. Like the hurt that he's like imposing or afflicting, causing you is like ongoing.
Hmm.
And it feels like something you can't get over. And so what I would do now is kind of to switch to you and to see if you want to, then we can work on healing that grief and
Hmm.
coming into the present with a different relationship instead of being stuck in the grief, if that's something you want to do.
Yeah, yeah. Every every single thing you said is spot on. We were
Oh,
very close. His friends would say, you know, he loved you so much. He talked about you so much. And
yeah.
sometimes they would say, he tells you everything. I'm like, I know.
Oh.
Maybe I don't need to know everything. So yeah, just absolutely spot on. So yeah, thank you for reaffirming or confirming or yeah.
So do you want to do the bit of healing to,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Um, so I'm going to ask you to say some things or think some things. You don't have to say it out loud if you don't want to, but at least think it. And the
Okay.
things I'm going to ask you to think or say will probably be kind of hard. Okay. So you don't have
Okay.
to say them out loud if you don't want to.
Okay.
What was his name?
Trevor.
Trevor. I forgive you, Trevor, for dying. And so your body is like, I don't want to forgive him for dying because that means I endorse it. Like I approve of it and I don't approve of it. I don't endorse it. And
Okay.
so forgiving Trevor for dying does not mean that I endorse his death, does not mean that I support his death. And your body is saying, I miss him so much.
Mhm.
Forgiving Trevor for dying means I am willing to live in the present. Forgiving Trevor for dying means I am willing to live in the present. I'm so sad. Your body is like so deeply sad. And it's a rooted sadness that's coming into the lower part of your body. So sad. I honor my sadness. I honor my sadness. And there's something in you that's like, I don't know how. I don't know how to
Mhm.
honor my sadness. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay to sit with my sadness. It's okay for my sadness to be my teacher. It's okay to move with my sadness. And so a lot of times sadness or grief can be immobilizing. And
Mhm.
so there's a phase of healing, and I'm not saying it lasts any particular time or that it ever is over. But that is for stillness. And then there's another phase that's for movement. And so it's okay to move with my sadness. It's okay to move with my sadness. And there's something in you that's like, I don't really feel comfortable with that because I'm afraid he'll think that I'm over it, that I've like
Mhm.
forgotten him. I can move with my sadness and still love Trevor. I don't
Mhm.
have to worry about Trevor second guessing me and thinking that I've forgotten him or that I'm over him just because I move.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can move with my sadness and love Trevor. I don't want to. So there's something in you that's like rooted in the sadness.
Mhm.
And so what we want to do now, because it's like in that very kind of like root chakra, it's coming, it's very, very deep. And so what we would do at this point, because it keeps coming up, is to go back to a previous life and see if that's a previous life. That's the reason that you're rooted in that sadness. Would that be okay?
Mhm.
Okay. So was a previous life point of conception prior to conception? So we're gonna find out the time. 19, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 800, 50, 60, 70, 80, 70, 75, 76, 77, 877. So the previous life that we're talking about took place in 877, where you were represented by male, age 25-year-old male. Was he? Oh, he wasn't there. Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, your brother was there. Anybody else? Somebody else. Um, and do you have any other kids?
Two.
What are their names? Or
Um, Jill is 5 years younger, or yeah, 5 years younger than Trevor, and then Brad is
Brad?
3 years younger than Jill.
Okay, it's Brad.
Oh,
Anybody else? Okay, so your brother and Brad were in this previous life. Not Trevor for some reason. Anyways, he's not coming up now. You were a
okay.
25-year-old male. Um, Brad was represented as female daughter,
Hmm.
age 5 years old. Your brother represented as a female, your wife in this story of not being able to to unstick the sadness, being stuck in sadness. Brad, your wife. Oh, you it was your wife who died. She got a disease like the Black Plague or something like that, and
Hmm.
she died. That was your brother in this life, the
Hmm.
mean one.
Hmm.
And there was, but in that life, you loved each other.
Hmm.
You were like deeply in love in that life. And there was something in you that was like, I'll never let her go.
Hmm.
I can't let her go. I'm diminished forever without her. And there was something in you that turned off when she died. I can't let you go. I can't let you go. It's almost like your daughter in that life, Brad, was like almost like not even a not even a central thought in your mind. You weren't like, well, I have a daughter that I need to take care of. You were like, I can't live without you, my wife.
Hmm.
You were like so in love with her. I can't go on without you. And you got the black, it's almost like you willed the Black Death or whatever it was. It was a terrible, terrible illness on yourself, and you died too because you
Oh.
couldn't go on without her.
Hmm.
And then she, who's your brother in this life, she she was very upset that you died
Hmm.
because of your love for her. And she was just like, our daughter, you're supposed to be there taking care of our daughter.
Okay.
And why are you following me? You need to be alive taking care of our daughter. And there was something in her that was like, I will not let you get attached to me like that again. I will
Uh,
do what I have to do to keep you kind of away from me because
mm,
I need you to find your own way. I need you to be able to go on without me. And so, I mean, clearly in this life, he did that, right?
hmm.
Couldn't have a relationship with him. And so that looks like it's stemming from that earlier time. Like, so both of these relationships stem from that earlier time.
Huh.
And so, do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so let's go back. Let's go back to the Black Death one, where you were like, I can't live without you, I'll never let you go,
Uh-huh.
and actually died yourself. And we want to,
Mm,
so that's like the piece that needs to be resolved. So we
mm,
want to honor that deep love that you had for your wife and also recognize the limitations of insisting upon that love being manifest in a certain way, right? Do you follow what I'm saying? So
mm,
you needed that relationship to be like it was. So you couldn't live without her in that life.
mhm.
And so you were like, I'm going to follow you in death because I have to be with you, not thinking
Uh-huh.
of your daughter.
Uh-huh.
And so, and kind of like now, I'm not saying it's exactly the same at all, but how you love your son so much. And also it's the kind of love that is making you into concrete. Like you can't, I'm not saying it, this is just my impression that it's very hard to move forward in your life without him.
Hmm.
There's something in you that wants to be still as death, to
Hmm.
show him that you love him and to not lose him and the relationship that you had.
Hmm.
And so that's the kind of parallel between the two lives.
Okay.
And so going back to that, I think 1877 or whatever that one was, um, I can love my wife without dying. I can love my wife without following her.
Mm-hmm.
My love is big enough to stay alive. This is important. My love is big enough to stay alive. My love is big enough to stay alive.
Yeah.
And so there's something that's like a glimmer in you that's like, oh, oh, that's possible. My love is big enough to stay alive.
Mm.
I will not lose my relationship even if I stay alive. I will not lose my relationship even if I continue
Okay.
living. My love is not diminished by life. My love is not diminished by life. My love is not diminished by life. My love is not diminished by living. Yeah. I continue loving my son even as I'm alive. I can move even though my son has died. I can continue living even though my son has died. I can continue loving and living my son even though he has died. Anything else here? All right. That's very good. That's very good. Yeah. So, if you're interested, I can put a evergreen class on grief that I have, Grieving Through the Chakras. I can put
Hmm.
it in the notes of this on the YouTube station. And
Okay.
you can access that. I think it's an 11 part course that goes through all the chakras with
Mm.
meditations and yoga and journaling and then
Okay.
coming out the other side. Um,
Okay.
and so that it costs $50. And so I
Hmm.
could put that in the YouTube if you're interested in trying and taking a look at that.
Okay. Tell me the YouTube just so I have it on here.
What
The
is it?
channel. Yeah. Or the like how
A
to.
YouTube channel?
Hmm. Well, I mean, I know
Oh,
what a YouTube channel is, but what do I like type in for
oh,
like a name?
oh, that's a good point. Um, I I think it is. I as an igloo, M as in Mary, Caroline P. But you can also go to my website. There's the link there. If that's not the right way to access it on YouTube, the
Okay.
website is Natural Women's Health Institute.
Okay.
And so that would be another way to access the YouTube. Oh, that's a
Okay.
good question. I should figure out what that is.
I also lost my dad 15 years ago. Yeah. 15 years
Oh,
ago in February.
uh-huh.
Um, so since she said her mom, that just kind of was like, oh, maybe my dad has
Oh, right.
something to say. Uh-oh.
I like him. He's he's like I feel like I'm not saying this is exactly how he was, but the feeling I have about him is like a cowboy hat, like a white cowboy hat and a cowboy shirt, and he's like kind of like a little tummy, and he's like, "Hi, girl," like just like very, very kind of straightforward and pleasant.
Okay.
He's like, "I like it here. Pretty good." He's
Okay.
like, I feel like he's like a guy maybe who didn't complain much and is kind of like was able to kind of make do or get along.
Yeah.
He's kind of funny. He's making me laugh. He's like, I'm not saying he's funny like haha, but just kind of I mean, at least now he feels good-natured. He feels satisfied. He
Hmm.
feels good-natured and like like complete. Like he
Oh,
doesn't feel like there's something that he needs to say to you or
okay.
exchange. If there's something you want to say to him or whatever, we could see if he wants to say anything back. He could also be the kind of guy who's not good at starting conversations. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he could
Mm-hmm.
be he could be the kind of guy who's like a little bit like quiet, like reserved like that, not a
Yeah.
chatterbox.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. I would say more quiet. That's why it makes me laugh when you say that he was funny because he wasn't.
Yeah. He's not funny like haha, but he
Yeah.
seems kind of like good-natured and I don't know if he was like that in real life, but right
Mm-hmm.
now he feels like he's like he likes being dead. Like he's
Uh-huh.
enjoying the experience. And it
Uh-huh.
could be because he could have, worked through some stuff. But now he just feels satisfied.
Good. Okay.
Do you have anything you want to say to him?
Mm. Um, uh, no, I don't think so,
Nothing
really.
unresolved.
No, uh-uh. I was with him when he passed. He passed from cancer in a
Oh, he did.
hospital.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, in Spokane.
Oh.
And um and just was with him during all the chemo and radiation, and he said he probably wouldn't have done any of it if I hadn't made all the appointments. So
Wow.
he was
Wow.
69 when he passed, and my
Oh, so
mom and him
young.
had been divorced for probably 20 years. So
Uh-huh. He's saying, I'm proud of you, girl.
ah,
Yeah. And he's saying, I'm proud of you not for what you do, but for who you are.
hmm.
He's like, never forget who you are. You're of me. You came from me. You're my girl, and I love you.
Hmm.
He's very complete. He's
Oh,
very
good.
he's very settled.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's I think he was like surprised to see you. Maybe that's why he was like kind of a little more animated than what you're used to. I think he was
Oh,
like,
uh-huh.
"Oh, girl." I didn't see
Oh.
it. Hmm. Yeah. Mm.
That's cool. Because some people they talk about they dream about their loved ones, or they see, and I've never, well, I won't say never. Probably within like the first 6 months of his passing, I did have a few little dreams about him, and then kind of same with Trevor, just a
Oh,
couple, just a couple times. But I'm like, I wish I could, I wish it
yeah.
would happen more often.
Yeah, and if you do that class on grieving through the chakras, it helps you connect with the chakras so that you can be more kind of intentional about how to use them, especially like the sixth chakra, like we were talking about the way that we connect with people who have passed or past lives or anything like that.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, because if that's something that you aspire to, you can definitely do it more
Hmm.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And it just takes practice because we're all built to be able to do it. And we just have to practice.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. And I think especially your dad and Trevor are really good people to practice with because
Hmm.
they want to show up for you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
Um, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Okay. Thank you both.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
Uh-huh. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.